Welcome to the Morning Missile Sportscast, live from Honolulu, Hawaii. Or, probably different locations around Kalamazoo. I'm in my dad's basement. Oh, I guess Beatles in Ohio. Nick's in a freaking backroom casting couch.
Okay, dude, it's my bedroom, all right? Enough of that.
But we're so glad to have you back. Your first question may be wondering, where the hell is Peter Maurer? And we will answer that and much, much more in this upcoming episode. We had to postpone After Dark for that exact reason. But without further ado, we will have your normally regular scheduled Morning Missile podcast. Let's run it.
We have ignition sequence start.
It's the Morning Missile Sports Podcast. 3, 2, 1. Wake up in the morning, it's just Nick and Beef. Talking on the missile is just all you need. Debating all the sports to indulge and just have a laugh. So sit back, enjoy, it's time to relax.
All right, welcome back to the Morning Missile Sports Podcast. I'm rewatching. Oh God, I'm rewatching Friday Night Lights, and I'm ashamed of it. I'm gonna be honest. Here's the thing: they casted 30-year-olds to play high schoolers, and I really think it takes a toll on the high school kids' image. I'm gonna be honest. Have you ever seen Tim Riggins?
I mean, yeah. I disagree with that because, I mean, you had a beard. You looked like a 40-year-old man sophomore year of high school.
He does have a point.
I had a patchy beard. That is for sure.
And they're all great actors. I think the show is very well done, so I don't mind.
It is. One thing that is common in real life and any team is the drama. So we have a lot of drama on our team. And I'm going to be honest, it kind of feels like we're in Friday Night Lights sometimes. With that.
Okay, but who's the head coach then?
Oh, me for sure.
Me, 100%. No, I'm the head coach for sure, guaranteed.
Oh my God, when did what's his name?
All right, so wait, Nick, if you had to cast all of us into that show, who would each one of us be? And would you say?
I'd be Coach Taylor.
Okay. Oh, I'm that kid that bangs the coach's daughter.
What, the quarterback? He's kind of like a pussy though.
Hey, I am kind of a pussy.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty accurate.
No, but he's like timid. You're not timid though. You're like, I feel like you're more like more like oh God, I don't know. Like a minor character. I don't know.
I knew that wasn't gonna be good as soon as you started talking.
Poor intern Nick.
Beetle would be I would say Tim Riggins, but he's not as savage as Tim Riggins. You know what I mean? Like, Tim Riggins really doesn't give a fuck.
Or is good looking. I mean, that's nothing against you, Beetle. That dude's a model.
No. Dude, Ellen, who is a lesbian, well-known lesbian, had a segment on her show every time that he's been on it about just like a whole 3 minutes of him with his shirt off.
I believe it.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah,
wait, we do that every week with Pete. Why don't we get the views that Ellen does?
Yeah, well, that's because we're not funny lesbians. So, I mean, I could probably pull it off. I'm going to be honest.
You definitely could.
Or Pete.
You're speaking. I say you guys. I feel like you both could probably come through on that one for us.
Speaking of Pete, he's obviously missing. So one thing that happened was he got extremely hungover, and now he thinks he has corona. So he thinks those two correlate.
As we speak, he's currently in the hospital getting tested, and we're waiting on the results. If
we know one thing about Peter Maurer, it's that he has the lowest immune system in the entire world.
Hypochondriac, absolutely.
And typically I would be like, there's no way that Pete has COVID. But at the same time, if anybody was going to get COVID, it would be Pete because that's just
his luck.
Pete always has the most random bad shit happen to him. So, I could see it going either way, but based on the symptoms he described to me, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have COVID.
Well, here's the thing, too. So Pete, he was so scared of getting sick our sophomore year of college. We all roomed together, right? And our townhome was in the middle of the student ghetto. Literally, I could tell you horror stories of some things that happened in that townhome.
I loved that place, though.
It's great. It was legendary. However, I woke up in 20-degree weather every morning. I had frost on my beard. The heat all rose, so Nick was in his underwear while I was sleeping in my winter jacket.
But this is because you guys were so broke you refused to turn the heat on.
Well, this is a different thing though. So like Pete's room, he got sick the one time, and it's one of the weirdest things I've ever experienced. So the outside of his room, like in the hallway where everyone else's room was, totally fine, nice humidity. You open this dude's door up, windows closed. He's got a space heater. And it literally feels like a jungle in there. I'm surprised there wasn't mold growing.
There was
on
like
the sides
mosquitoes. Like, dude, it was so humid.
I heard a bird chirp in there at some point. Don't know where that came from.
Dude, he thought we refused to turn on the heat after much deliberation, and he just fucked it up to the point where he like just got a huge ass space heater, carried it upstairs, literally probably 80 pounds, carried it upstairs and turned that motherfucker on. And our electric bill went up so much, and we could not understand why until we opened up that fucking door and then and saw a mosquito fly out and die in the freaking winter cold. Anyway, so Pete's sick. He's gone. Hopefully he'll be back to do the After Dark episode later this week or early next week, we're hoping.
Just so everybody feels better about it too, we are responsibly socially distancing for this episode in the event that Pete does have COVID. So.
Absolutely. So we're on Zoom. We're not in the normal studio. Shit happens, and we're making it work, baby. Obviously, we were planning for a beach-themed night, so welcome to Honolulu, Hawaii via Zoom and the Morning Missile podcast. So welcome in.
Real quick, before we move on, I got a question.
Yeah.
And I know you guys aren't going to be able to answer this, but I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about this earlier today when I was like, so obviously I just moved, setting up the internet, everything like that, getting it all to work. How the fuck am I in the middle of nowhere, Ohio right now, 500 miles away from you guys?
Are we doing Beatles rant early?
No. This isn't a rant. This is an honest question.
Okay.
And you guys were instantaneously able to speak to each other and see each other over video without any wires or like the whole idea of the internet blows my mind, and I just needed somebody to talk through it with me because I really don't understand how it works.
Okay, so I was thinking about this because I was thinking of content stuff to talk about throughout this podcast, and one thing I was talking about was the best invention ever invented was going to be my take, but fucking obviously, dude, like it's a whole world outside of our world. Like
people, it doesn't make sense.
Like people like us live in that world, but they're not us. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I think I'm going to argue the best invention of all time. Fire?
No, I disagree. Internet's 12 times better than fire.
But without fire, there would be no internet.
No, I mean, I get that. It's definitely.
I don't think that's true. I think there could be internet without fire. Pretty sure. But regardless,
but so like, that was the first step to internet.
So you guys have like not even a little bit of anything that can help me try to understand what's going on.
I couldn't even tell you how the internet worked.
Well, that's my issue. I don't understand how it works. Like it doesn't.
I don't understand
sense.
the guy. How do you? Who was the first guy to come up with it? How do you think?
That's what I'm saying. Like how he's just like, oh, we're gonna make pictures fly through the air instantly. Like how do you come up with that?
So no, if you think about, so I saw an episode of Fairly Odd Parents when I was probably like 9 years old or something. And there's like this episode where he's like holding on to a piece of email and he's like flying through these tubes and stuff. And that's how I ever since then have.
I actually know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know okay. Yeah, I know the exact episode you're talking about. And he kept ending up in the wrong place, right?
Yes. And on that
topic,
on that topic, he also had like, okay, I used to have one of those like I don't know if you guys had them, but they were like these movie players, but they were like only in black and white. They were like DVD. Dude, I don't even know how to describe them. I don't know what they're called, but I don't think
I had one of those.
I used to watch that episode on repeat along with the shiny teeth that sparkle just like the stars in space.
Stop doing that.
You know what I'm talking about?
What was that? Chip Skylark, shiny teeth.
Chip Skylark.
Don't ever sing that again, please.
It kind of looks like Chip Skylark right now. If I'm gonna be honest, he's got a little bit of Chip Skylark look going to him.
I think it's the light flashing on my teeth. They look very vibrant.
No. I'm talking about real Nick, not intern Nick.
Real Nick.
I'll see you guys later.
I like that. Well, anyways, welcome in. Are you guys ready to get some in or out in?
Let's get into it.
Okay. Before we jump into it, I have a quick plug for our sponsor, at Extreme Custom Graphics.
Love this guy.
It's plain straightforward. If you're on YouTube, look at Beetle's screen. He's checking out our glasses he made us. So it has our nicknames on the top, and then the Morning Missile and the Morning Missile font on the bottom. So it's Extreme Custom Graphics, Extreme with an X and Graphics with an X, all one word, no spaces, no underlines, but the dude can do literally anything. He made me a t-shirt just because, like, just a pretty sick t-shirt that says Morning Missile and Morning Missile font, pretty basic. But it's clean as hell. I wear it all the time. So he can do t-shirts, he can do mugs, he can do signs, he can do anything. It's really great for sports memorabilia, man cave. If you need to make your wife a special gift, you need to make your girlfriend a special gift. If you want to make your daughter a special gift, memorabilia in general. If you're remembering somebody, if you're remembering an event, if you're remembering anything, he can do it. He has no bias. Hit him up, Matt Bosker at custom or Extreme Custom Graphics. Again, that is at Extreme Custom Graphics. All right.
And what social media is that on?
That's on Instagram. Thank you. It's on Instagram. All right. Without further ado, let's go to some in or out.
If you want it. You don't want it. I can feel it. You don't want it. Okay.
All right. Welcome to In or Out, the segment where we talk about hot takes, and we talk about if we're in on the take or out on the take, and give a short explanation why. So our first topic is fresh out the news press. The Patriots signed Cam to a 1-year deal. In or out on the signing of Cam Newton to the Patriots?
I am 125.6% in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I picked that number because Cam Newton is going to throw 1,256 passes in a row without throwing an interception.
Jesus, hot take.
On the way to a Super Bowl for the Patriots.
Whoa, Jesus.
Yeah, I am 100% agree with that.
Wow.
I think that you have possibly the greatest head coach of all time in terms of technicality.
He is the greatest head coach of all time.
Can we say it's undisputed at this point that he is the greatest head coach?
Undisputed,
You're getting a veteran quarterback that is an absolute animal, an Adonis of a human being, can throw the ball.
Complete athlete.
He's an athlete. He does everything you need him to. And then you mix that with the head coaching skills. And I don't see how they're going to lose games this year. I really don't. I'm in.
Okay. And also, on top of that, they have a great running game still.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is still going to be very good.
Yeah.
They still have not a ton of weapons, but they have a couple good receivers. So I think, like, the team is still there. And then you put Cam Newton in a quarterback, and I think it just makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in on the topic. Maybe not to the extent you guys are. I obviously see a playoff run for them in this, circumstance. They have all the weapons. I still thought they were second in the division without Cam Newton with Jarrett Stidham. I had no problem with that. Excuse me.
Really?
Oh, geez. Yeah.
College quarterback straight out.
That division is very –
It's pretty weak.
Not very good.
But I had the Dolphins winning it. Obviously, dude, or the Bills. Literally it's up in the air. The Dolphins have a very talented young team.
I still think you have to go with the Bills as the best team in that division.
When Tom Brady left, they were a little bit out of the equation. I still liked the pieces they had in place. Who they had, Mikael Harry, who didn't play a lot last year, is going to come back healthy this year.
They still have Jules.
They have Jules.
Sony Michel.
Their defense is obviously going to be stout like it is every year, and their offensive line is going to be great. I don't think they lost James White, though, did they? Yeah, I think so. So they have their running game back.
Sony Michel.
I thought the questionable part was their quarterback, and that obviously plays a part in the lack of or whatever in winning the division. But they have a proven quarterback, and I think with Bill Belichick's ability to adapt to the game and his ability to hire competent offensive coordinators who consistently get jobs throughout the league, I think no doubt they're now my favorite to win the AFC East. In other Patriots news, our next in or out topic is the Patriots punishment has occurred. based on the filming the Cleveland Browns, right? I think sideline. So
no, it was the Bengals. I think it was the Bengals. Yeah.
All right, another Ohio team at Ryan Beadle.
Yeah. Chill on the Browns though. I'm a Browns fan now. I live closer to Cleveland, so chill on the Browns.
Fucking bandwagoner.
So they lost 1.1 million in club fines, loss of a third round pick in the 21 draft. The Pats television deals are not allowed to shoot any game in the 20 season, and the senior club officials have to go to league operation meetings and trainings for the rest of the 2020 season. Are you in or out on that punishment?
Okay. I agree there's got to be a punishment for it, but at the end of the day, they lose $1 million. Who cares? Third round pick. Who cares? They can't.
Third round pick is valuable for Bill Belichick. I'm gonna be honest.
I get that, but how many
more
times,
so than other teams? But.
How many times are you grabbing franchise changing players in the third round?
Consistently for Bill Belichick.
Okay, that's a good point. That's
he only drafts from the third to the seventh.
I don't see, and I don't get what the big deal. The punishment, I don't think is equal to what they were doing. I guess. Because, they were cheating. That were cheating, right? That is cheating. That was against the rules.
Dude, but, what are the odds that, the television guy just kind of fell asleep and just, ended up staring at the Bengals?
That's a hard hypothetical, though. I don't –
okay.
That didn't happen.
Working for the
I
Pats,
promise that didn't happen.
But, out of all teams, why the Bengals?
I was going to say that, too.
No, listen.
It's not, dude.
But here's what I think, this is the issue with it. One, the Patriots have been caught cheating a few different times now. So that automatically is going to make their punishment a little bit worse.
Deflategate was a scam.
Okay. Yeah, well, regardless, the optics of it, they've been caught cheating a couple different times. Spygate, Deflategate, whatever. Okay. But also, everybody's like, why were they cheating against the Bengals? Okay, well, if they were truly doing this and cheating, do you really think they were doing it just against the Bengals, or they happened to get caught when they were playing the Bengals?
That's a good point.
Okay, if you're doing that,
the NFL,
you're cheating.
Don't you think they would have found other tapes based on that, though?
No, because they didn't want to, because it's a bad look for the NFL.
Okay. But they didn't care about Deflategate.
Wait, no, they didn't go back and check the PSI of balls from games before the game that they got caught in. Okay. They were just this game, they deflated the balls. They didn't go back and look in the past.
That's fair.
Because they go back and look in the past, it looks worse for them. So what happens when you find out that the Patriots have been doing this for 4 years?
They probably have.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying for the NFL, it's wow, you have no control over your organizations at all. You let them get away with this for 4 years. It's just in baseball with the Astros and the sign stealing.
Oh yeah,
it started out as one season, and then you're well, obviously if they got away with it in that season, they did it in seasons after that, and then it just was. I don't know. It continued, and then they kind of tried to.
Are you
brush the other teams under the rug,
that this has happened?
I'm saying, okay, look, I'm saying either one, it was a really bad coincidence and that sucks, or two, if they were actually cheating, there's no way it was just this one game.
Okay.
So, I don't know. The punishment, whatever. My favorite part is that they have to go to trainings for the rest of the year. I think that's hilarious.
They're not going to be.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm out on this punishment. I think this is a higher accusation punishment than Deflategate. I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to say that this is kind of I'm sorry for Deflategate.
Okay. All right. Here's another question. Do you think this is worse than Deflategate or?
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it's worse than Deflategate.
No, but I'm saying in your opinion, you think this is a worse the Patriots doing this is worse than them deflating footballs.
Absolutely. But I think they went easy on this punishment, given your logic, Beetle, because they went hard on the punishment in Deflategate, which is really not really a big deal. I'm going to be honest.
I don't think they went that easy on this punishment, though. I mean, they lost a third-round pick,
1.1 million.
$1 million,
literally
whatever.
Nothing to Robert Kraft.
That's that's a $20 bill to him. But the third round pick is kind of some serious punishment.
Fine.
They have to go to trainings. I mean, I don't know, dude. That's kind of a big deal. You got to go to trainings.
You're making my point for me.
I don't know if you've ever sat through some work. I don't know if you've ever sat through some work trainings, but they kind of suck usually.
They do suck. I'm gonna leave it at that. Our next in or out topic: the new MLB deal, which brought the players back. Are you in or out on the deal?
All right.
Beetle,
So
I'm going to let you go first.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously a situation or a topic that I've discussed a lot in the last few weeks. I'm just as excited as anybody to see baseball back.
Right.
Obviously I'm a huge baseball fan. Now that they're only playing 60 games, I might watch all 60. I might watch all 60 games of the Tigers season now. But at the same time, like the deal that they made, I'm mad at the players. I'm mad at the owners. I'm mad at the MLB. Mm-hmm. They had these bullshit fake negotiations, which I think is more on the player or more on the owners than the players. Mm-hmm. But they had these fake bullshit negotiations forever. And then the MLB was doing it knowing that they could just implement this 50 or 60 game season whenever they wanted and be done with it.
That's true.
So if you knew that that's what you were
opportunity too, because the players start adding the commissioners
right.
Like, give me the time and the place. I want to play.
But that's the thing. Like the owners and the MLB were like trying to push this off further so that okay, if they would have 3 weeks ago implemented a 60 game season, everybody would have been like, what the fuck? Like you have half the summer left, over half the summer. Why are you not playing more games? But they put it off for 3 more weeks, so then now they could just be like, well, we're going to play 60 games. That's all we have time for by the time we do spring training, whatever.
Right. In episode 2, I
that's
remember
the part that makes you upset about it.
Similar thing,
Yeah. And that's what makes me upset about it, and that's why I'm out on it, because it was clearly just negotiated in a way to extend the negotiations now, so that they could get away with having a shorter season, which I think is bullshit. But
you're more of our MLB professional here. Is it true that you think the MLB lost all power to negotiate further in the future years? I've heard that, that they've lost all negotiating power in this. They had a chance to take over, kind of like the NBA has, where the star players kind of control the league, where the MLB here kind of lost the power because they didn't hold out here.
So you're saying the players in the MLB or the actual league?
The players in the MLB.
So I don't think so, because of when you look at the PR side of things.
Yeah.
So the players, tried to negotiate. We're sending back counter offers, while the league itself was just sending basically the same offer over and over, written in different ways. So then it got to the point where the players realized this is what the owners are doing, and they're gonna fucking just set the season anyways. And that's when they started, the whole when and where campaign. Tell us when, tell us where, because you guys clearly aren't actually interested in negotiating with us and making a deal for both sides.
Right.
So I think on a PR side, that looks a lot better to the fans. And if, you critically think and listen to some of the experts on this, it's pretty clear that that's what happened.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, you're only going to have so much power as a player. You're still going up against billionaires with more lawyers, better lawyers, more power. So I don't think it really changed the dynamic. I think if anything, it made a labor strike more likely before the next CBA. But at the same time, I don't know that it necessarily changed. It didn't change the power structure, but I think it changed the dynamic, and the players are going to be less willing to give in to the owners in the future because of how the owners would not give it all during this pandemic.
Okay.
Right. I get that. I think it comes down to people want to watch baseball, and a lot of people don't think that deep into the politics of it, because there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on here that's going to affect future years of baseball that are going to happen, like you were saying. So, I mean, I think at the end of the day, one of them had to suck it up and get something figured out so we can watch some baseball and get that going. So, I mean, like you said, I'm in the same boat with you, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in and out. I'm in on the 60-game schedule. What I think baseball needs most is a sense of urgency. And Beetle, you made a point about 2 weeks ago, which I at the time thought was a good counterpoint, which was the fact that you can go 0-50 in the first 50 games of the season and still finish the stretch and go to the World Series. But no other sport has that. You know what I'm saying? No other sport has that sense of urgency where you can lose 50 games and still have a chance at the season. That's at that point, you just lose out on the season. So cutting down the season in half, I think will benefit views in the MLB. With that being said, at the same time, I think I'm out on the fact that the MLB as a league took too long to make this deal. They had a chance to be the only sport on at that time and accelerate their views to the point where the only sport on was baseball. I would watch fucking baseball if that was the only fucking sport on.
Absolutely. And instead, they went the opposite direction, and they alienated some of the fans that they already had.
Exactly.
Because the labor dispute got so ugly that there was people that have been baseball fans their whole life that were like, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this. Like, the players and the owners are being babies. Like, I'm not going to listen to this. I'm not going to watch the games anymore. But one other counterpoint I want to make. So I understand the sense of urgency thing. But at the same time, and I think we're going to see it this season, because of the nature of baseball and how the games are played, and like the best team doesn't always win.
No.
Like the best team might win 6 out of 10 times. So we're going to end up with teams this year in the playoffs that might not be that talented and might not be one of the best 10 teams in the league.
But isn't that kind of more exciting for you, though?
It is, but then they're going to end up in the playoffs, and then so when you have the fucking, like, let's just say as a hypothetical, the Detroit Tigers, they fucking suck.
Yeah.
But they could get hot for 50 games, somehow make the playoffs, and then you have the New York Yankees versus the Detroit Tigers in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay.
Who gives a fuck? The Tigers suck. Like, the Yankees are going to blow them out in the playoff series.
But what if they get hot?
That's what they could still be hot in the World Series.
Look at the Panthers and what
postseason's different though. Postseason baseball is different.
The Panthers in 2016, right, against the Denver Broncos, right? They got fucking blown out in the Super Bowl, but they had a hot run for fucking 17 games and they made the Super Bowl.
But also,
regardless, that's a milestone that half the teams in the league haven't gotten to. You know,
the discrepancy from a good football team and a bad football team is a hell of a lot closer than a good baseball team and a bad baseball team.
Okay.
Because of how the MLB is set up and service time, and they keep their prospects down longer. So your young guy, like the Tigers last year were shit because their prospects weren't ready to come up, and like even this season they were going to be shit again, even though they have 3 or 4 pitchers in the minor leagues that are probably big league ready or very close, but they won't call them up because of this.
That was a baby Bert.
That was a baby Bert, but they won't call them up because of the service time rules and everything. And so the discrepancy between a good baseball team and a bad baseball team is a lot wider than in most sports.
Okay, I'll take it. I like that discussion. That was a good discussion. Okay, next topic. J.R. Smith is in discussion with the Lakers. Actually, it's about to be finalized. Are you in or out on J.R. Smith going to the Lakers to finish out the 2020-2019 season? Nick, I'm going to let you go first.
I am absolutely in on this. I've always loved J.R. Smith ever since he played for the Nuggets. I think their little debacle in the finals, I forget what year it was, the 20 year when he grabbed the ball and just held on to it. That's a little blip in that dude's career. A lot of people shit on him for it still. He's a veteran. He's already played with LeBron before on a championship winning team. He knows what to do. He knows what they need. I'm 100% in. I think it's a great choice that's a great pickup for the Lakers.
Wonderful. Thank you for your take.
Yes, sir.
Beetle, why don't you take that?
So I'm in, but the reason I'm in has nothing to do with basketball or the NBA.
Okay.
I'm simply in because the highlights and the hype tape and the 30 for 30 made after him and LeBron go out and win another title after what happened in 2018 with J.R. Smith forgetting how much time was on the clock and forgetting the score.
Are you giving the take that the Lakers are about to win the title?
100%. Yes, I'm all in on it. But
wow.
Would that not be the greatest story of all time? This dude fucked up in 2018. They lost the title, whatever, because he forgot what the score was, and then comes back 2 years later out of retirement and helps them win a title. That would be the best story ever.
2020.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The storybook ending there it could be unreal, and that's why I'm in on it.
Oh, storybook potential is absolutely through the roof. This is a great spot to be in.
Oh yeah, I think right now the league is also just going. I think the NBA league is leaning where the MLB failed, where the fact that they have a chance at being the only sport on TV and in a high intensive situation where literally anything can happen. I literally have favorites. I do have favorites on the Lakers. Obviously, a bunch of people do. I think JR is an acquisition that LeBron I think it furthers the point that superstars control this league. You know, like they could the coaches, yeah, they dial up shit and stuff like that, but they're not as big as a factor as LeBron James in this league. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in on the fact that LeBron added another factor. I'm in on the fact that LeBron has a chance at winning another title because I'm all in for LeBron being the best player of all time. However, I'm out on J.R. Smith as a player in general, I think. So.
Okay, two things I want to bring up here. One, do we know if J.R. is coming off the bench? Or
I don't know.
I'm sure he would be, but he's also kind of replacing Avery Bradley, I think is kind of the idea.
Okay, I get. Okay,
I'm assuming JR would be coming off the bench. I'm assuming.
The other thing I was going to bring up
that kind of makes me kind of sketchy too. That Avery Bradley leaves and then just JR comes out of retirement. You know. And
yeah, I mean, I would rather have Avery Bradley if I'm the Lakers.
I'm going to be honest too, but that's what I'm saying. So whatever. Okay, Nick, go ahead.
What I was also going to bring up, like I forgot what year it is, but it was one of the last years while Brown was still playing on the Cavs. They had a stacked team. Like I'm talking lots and lots of talent.
It wasn't the last years on the Cavs because they were fucking dog shit the last years on the Cavs.
Oh, no, yeah. No, whatever team they had, I can't think of. A bunch
when they had Kevin Love and Kyrie that year?
Yeah, that year.
Yeah, that was a good team.
It was a good team. They didn't do that hot. There was a lot of people trying to, keep the ball in their hands, and I feel like if you're going to have a star like LeBron, I mean, he can pass the ball, you can share the rock all day, but if you have that many people trying to take control of a game at once, it's going to become an issue like it did previously. So I hope it turns out well for him. But I do think the JR was.
Well, to be fair, they did win a title that year. But I see what you're saying. But
there's potential for it to go bad quick.
No, I see what you're saying. But I think that year also LeBron didn't have as much pressure as this year, where it's after the Michael Jordan documentary.
What do you mean not as much pressure? He's back in his home city and fighting for a fucking
home city.
Yeah, because he's playing for the Cavs.
Oh, okay, yeah, but obviously this discussion wasn't as hot then as it was now. You know,
I agree.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
this is very
now it's the greatest of all time or the best all-around basketball player of all time, which I don't fucking see a difference. But yeah, I think it's more pressure on him now to win a title than it was back when he was winning the title back with the Cavs, because that was just legendary status to win a team with his home team. I guess what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
Okay. All right. So before we jump to the next topic here, I want to jump into some breaking news brought to you by Extreme Custom Graphics.
Oh.
So sources have confirmed, which the source is the Arizona Diamondbacks themselves, that our boy, old high school classmate / friend, Tommy Henry has been added to the 60-man spring training 2.0 roster for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Huge news. Good job, Tommy. Congratulations.
We're hoping to book him on this show sometime, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be a little busy now.
No, Tommy, we understand, man. You got
back in Arizona for spring training 2.0 now, but I just, I've caught that kid's balls a lot of times in my life, and I'm pretty proud of him. So
reword that maybe?
No, that's why I said it I said it that way on purpose.
If you could, if I could go in or out on this, I'm absolutely in on Tommy Henry.
And if you're out on this, you should go ahead and go fuck yourself and never listen to the show.
Dude, this kid is probably the nicest kid I've ever met in my entire life. Most humble kid. If you don't know who he is, I would recommend you look him up, because literally.
Wait. I got something for the people here.
Okay. All right. If you're on YouTube, you got a special gift here. If not, I'm going to narrate it. So
right here in my office at the new crib, I have this nice picture here. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Look. So there's me right there.
Can you describe what that is?
So it's from senior day of high school baseball. So there's me. And then right over here, two guys over, that's Mr. Tommy Henry himself. So
that for some money.
You're two guys away from Tommy Henry. That's how close you were.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Somewhere I got a picture of me catching his balls too. So, actually, you want to know what my proudest moment of high school is?
Yeah.
So I'd have to find it, and maybe we'll throw it on the Instagram after this episode comes out. But there's a picture of me walking out to the mound to talk to Tommy during a game, right hand firmly placed right on his butt cheek. I mean, just firmly, like, just right on his butt cheek.
That's so.
And I'm pretty proud of it. That's just a picture of me touching Tommy Henry's ass, and
that's $1 million ass.
You get to show that one to your kids. See this guy playing on the screen right now? I grabbed his ass in high school.
When he's on TV someday and I'm watching him, I'll just have the picture hanging in the background like this, just me touching Tommy's ass. And be like,
roll that up into a fat head.
Yeah.
Do you fucking
Kids, you see
remember
that?
fat heads? Like,
yeah, those were the best.
Dude, I used to have like 5 of those around my room. Colt McCoy was my number 1, but he kind of went nowhere in that.
You and Texas football, I tell you what.
Dude, in 6th grade, I was in love with it. But anyways, Tommy Henry's the fucking GOAT. We're hoping to get him on our show sometime. So if he's listening, if you're not busy for 10 minutes, we'd love to have you. So congrats. I'm in on fucking Tommy Henry, and you guys all should be too. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I think that was one of our best in-or-outs that we've had in the 5 weeks that we've.
You definitely stick to the point.
I'd say it took about 45 minutes, but yeah, I think it was good.
Okay. Next up, we got Pitch of the Week.
Oh, no! Pop goes the weasel. The weasel says pop. Ask her right now.
All right. Welcome to Pitch of the Week, where we pitch something underrated. What we feel is underrated, and then pitch it into something that possibly could be a strike. So without further ado, Pitch of the Week. Who's going first?
I got it. Let me do this.
All right, Beatles got it. Beatles got it.
All right, so my pitch of the week is the state of Michigan. Now, as you guys have heard throughout the show, I've recently moved. I now live in Ohio, which is disappointing in itself because younger Beetle would have said that, like, I'll never live in Ohio. I hate Ohio. It's the worst state ever. And to be fair,
Beetle was kind of right, though.
To be fair, yeah, I wasn't wrong. Now, let me just give you a few of the reasons why I was spoiled growing up in the state of Michigan, and I wish I still lived there. Now, granted, I've lived in Ohio for a total of 48 hours.
This is really appealing to our Michigan listeners, which is about 75% of our listeners.
Yep. Right. So, first of all, and this is older Beetle talking now because younger Beetle wouldn't have cared about this, but me and my wonderful girlfriend decided that we wanted to go golfing this morning. She had the day off from work. We just moved in. Everything was unpacked. We're like, let's go golfing. Well, good relaxation time. Give us something to do today. We can see the area, whatever. There's 2 golf courses within like 20 miles of my house.
Ooh, fuck.
Growing up in the state of Michigan, there was 25 golf courses within 20 miles. You could walk to a golf course from if not more,
including a professional site in Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
So
right,
PGA Tour stop, baby.
Yeah.
And even when I lived in the Detroit area, like there was golf courses fucking everywhere. So that was strike number 1, and I was like, that kind of fucking sucks because now every time I go golfing. And the one course is like very suspect and only 9 holes. So every time I go golfing, I'm going to have to go play the same fucking course now.
Right.
Number 2, and this is also something that I took for granted in Michigan, but like every fucking city in Ohio looks exactly the same. If it's not Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, like it's
I'm going to be honest though, just to counterpoint you, I know it's your pitch of the week, but a lot of Michigan smaller cities look exactly the fucking
But
same.
they all have like their own little charm. Like they're all a little bit different. Like I swear to God.
Not Schoolcraft.
Well, fair enough.
Schoolcraft is the outhouse of Michigan, in my opinion. It's worse than Muskegon.
That's false. Muskegon's the worst.
Okay, maybe Muskegon Heights.
Outhouse of Michigan.
Schoolcraft is just fucking corn and shit. Cow shit. It's literally an outhouse. That's what it is.
But yeah. So, all right. And then my last point to wrap up the pitch of the week here. The speed limit in a lot of fucking places in Ohio is 65 on the highway. And I tell you what, nothing will make Beef more mad than trying to drive down the hallway. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to fucking go 5-10 miles an hour slower than what I drive on the highway. In Michigan.
And you got a good amount of road rage inside of you, too. When you drive. I've been in the car with you. You like to yell.
That pisses me off a lot. And I'm like, oh, fuck. The fucking speed limit's 65 and their cops are just everywhere. And I'm like, God damn it. So basically, I didn't say a whole lot of good things about Michigan there, but it's still my pitch of the week. And
you said a lot of shitty things about Ohio.
Which is good for Michigan.
maybe the pitch of the week should have been that Ohio sucks, but I'm still going with Michigan's the best. So.
All right, fair. Intern Nick, go ahead.
Oh, I'm excited for this week. So this week I'm talking to my ladies, any lady listeners out there, even guys too. I might need to sway your female armpit hair. I'm into it. I'm officially into it.
You're into it.
I'm into it. Hey, and if you got a little bit of hair on the legs too, that's fine. It's 2020, baby. Women acceptance. I feel like they should be able to go out in public without any shirts on too. You know.
Now that is what I'm fucking talking about a positive message right there, man.
Right. And on the other hand too, I know we do have a lot of male listeners coming in here. Guys,
majority.
I'm 22. Hey, the receding hairline, it's coming in hot. Look at how far back that goes. That goes all the way back, almost to my ear. It's never been this far back before. And let me tell you.
You want to show yours off? You want to show yours off?
Yeah, YouTube, we're gonna prove a point real quick.
YouTube, you got a special here.
Dude, I swear to God, it gets worse by the day. And so, if anybody knows
me, look like a toddler with that. Oh.
I'm extremely like.
Dude, you better grow your hair
self-conscious about it
as you fucking can.
Dude, I haven't cut it in like 6 months.
Okay, that's.
I haven't cut it since the beginning of COVID, so it's been 4 months now.
Yeah, that's the same with me, man. Yep.
But that's why I wear a hat 99.9% of the time.
Right.
And
all right,
the worst. Hold on. The worst part about it is I take a shower and just fucking clumps of hair come out of my head when I wash my hair.
Seriously?
That's a scary thought, man.
Oh, dude,
maybe you should look into like those pills that make your hair grow.
Yeah, actually, I was talking to my girlfriend about it the other day. She said there's some foam I can get maybe that might help.
No, fuck. What's the name of it? It's no free ads, anyways. Look into
Rogaine.
it.
Fuck it.
Is that it?
Rogaine.
No. There's like pills. There's like pills that you can take that make your hair grow. Anyways, Nick, finish your pitch of the week.
Anyways, what I was saying, like receding hairlines, they're gonna happen. Mine happened really young, so did Beatles, and I think they should be in. Like I feel like that should be a sign of maturity. It should be a sign
receding hairline and armpit hair. And
receding hairline for men, armpit hair, and long leg hair for women.
Wow,
I'm in on. I like body hair. You know,
I'm not
fucking
sure
in on the progressive message right there, man.
I'm not sure I've ever been more out on a pitch of the week than I am on Intern Nick's pitch of the week right now. Like
are you trying to deny women the freedom or
no? Listen,
it kind of sounds like you are.
If that is what they enjoy and that is what they want and that is what makes them happy, then please, more power to you. Do it, because I want everybody to be able to express themselves however they want, and I want them to have the freedom to do what makes them happy.
Okay.
But for my own personal preference, I am out on both of those topics.
Okay, so
do you think men should shave their armpits?
I need to run a hypothetical by Vito real quick.
Yeah. I don't think it would hurt men to shave their armpits. I'm going to be honest.
I mean, it's up to you. Like, whatever's going to make you happy and whatever, like, allows you to express yourself and make you feel happy, do it. I don't care. Personally, I would not do that.
Okay. Here on the Morning Missile, we're a progressive fucking podcast, I guess. Fucking Nick, do you want to finish off your pitch?
No, Beetle, I wanted to run this question. So your wonderful girlfriend, Rachel, I love her to death. One of my favorites.
Wow, name drop.
She started growing that armpit hair out, and you're living with her at this point. You're kind of too far in to back out, you know. She started growing that armpit hair out, and she was like, "Dude, this is who I am now. You can't change who I am.
Who I am now."
What do you do? What do you say to your girlfriend?
So, I think we would have a nice conversation about it.
Is it going to be a nice conversation?
No,
or is
yes.
Listen.
No,
dude, you can't fucking do that to me.
No, listen. We'd have a nice conversation about it. And if that is what made her feel that she was expressing herself the best and made her the happiest, then I would find a way to deal with it.
Do you think you could get into it though? Like if she, I don't know, brought it up and you started like feeling it and maybe twirling around a little bit.
I mean,
I don't. Maybe you might.
Okay, but like I wouldn't twirl it around and feel it. Like
that's what we all say before we
braid it.
Nick, I can't answer that question. I don't know, but bottom line, if that is what made her happy and that is how she wanted to express herself, then yes, I would find a way to be okay.
All right. We're over the time limit. We're skipping my pitch of the week, I guess. That's fine. Next, we got Deep Questions, a new segment. So without further ado, Deep Questions. All right, welcome to Deep Questions, a new segment that I just came up on the spot because Pete's not here and we need to fill up time. I don't know, actually, because Zoom doesn't fucking tell us the time. So I don't know how long we've been going right now. I'm going to be honest.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I think we have a good show, though. Fuck Pete. I'm just kidding. I love that kid. If you don't look scared there. Okay. All Our first deep question is, what is one ridiculous thing that someone has tricked you into doing or believing? Does anyone want to take that first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So when I was a kid, and honestly probably until I was probably like 14, maybe 15 years old, my mom had convinced me that like if you ate the seeds of a watermelon, then a watermelon plant would start growing inside your stomach.
Dude, okay.
And so like I was deathly afraid of eating watermelon seeds. And so like I would sit there when I was eating a piece of watermelon and pick like every single fucking seed out of it before I ate it. And she like wouldn't tell me that she was bullshitting me. And so till I was 15, I did that, and it drives me insane actually.
So you were 15?
Yeah, probably. 14,
what?
15.
That's like believing in Santa until you're 20.
Well, I mean, it's a little different. Kids at school aren't like, hey, you know, Santa's not real, right? Like, they're not like, hey, you know, watermelon seeds don't grow inside you.
Seeds.
Like, nobody told me, so how was I supposed to know?
Okay.
You guys are my friends. You would have thought you would have told me.
I didn't know.
Okay, in kind of on the same topic here, my mom told me if I didn't wash my hands, I'd get worms inside my stomach. I'd poop worms. So, dude,
That's such a Jules move. I love that so much.
I fucking washed my hands anytime. I think that started my OCD. I'm going to be honest.
I think that might have. That's sounds
actually,
like
yeah.
So anyways, Intern Nick, go ahead. What is one ridiculous thing someone has tricked you into saying or doing?
This is pretty ridiculous. So from the years 2008 to 2011, there was a person living in my basement. And whenever I'd run
theoretically,
no. Like there was somebody living in my basement at my parents' house. And every time I'd go down there, like you'd never see him ever at all. You'd never see him, but you'd hear him. And then when you run up the stairs to go back upstairs, like you'd feel it on the back of your leg, like grab your ankle and try to keep you downstairs. And my mom tried to convince me that wasn't true.
Oh, I'm going to break it to you. That wasn't true. That was your nightmares. So mine is, speaking of sophomore year, I lived in the downstairs where anybody else lived in the upstairs. That's including Intern Nick and Missile Pete. And so they had the electricity box up there. And for a fucking whole ass year, I swore to God that there was a haunted fucking ghost in my room because occasionally the fucking power would just go out in my room and then turn right back on. And nobody else would experience
some paranormal shit right there, dude.
Nobody else would experience this.
That was my favorite Snapchat to get. It would be Pete. He'd be sending me a video and be like, about to turn Scump's power off again.
It was fucking Pete. He would turn off the fucking power. I'd fucking run upstairs and I'd be like, it'd fucking do it again. And they would all run downstairs and the fucking power would be back on. And I'd be so fucking pissed because it happened. All right. So that was something that happened to me. Someone narrated your life. Who would you pick to narrate your life? Jeez. That's
I would want somebody with a lisp, like a hard lisp, maybe a gap in their teeth.
Like Colin Coward?
Michael Strahan.
Okay.
Oh, no. You know, I was going to kind of like go off and, try to do somebody unique here, but if you're not going Denzel, what are you doing? Like,
why would you pick Denzel over Morgan Freeman?
I'm just
that's the real question here.
I'm personally more partial to Denzel than I am Morgan Freeman. They're both great. They're both great. But I like Denzel's voice just a little bit more. I don't know what it is, but I like Denzel's voice a little bit more. I think he's a little bit better of an actor. I think he could add a little more spice to my life because it's not that exciting. So I'm going with Denzel over Morgan, but I mean either one would be a good option.
Okay. I like it. I like
What about you, Nicky V?
I'm going to Lizzo.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa, out of left field. Why?
Just because I fuck with Lizzo, man. I don't need an explanation. All right, next question. If you were stranded on an island, who or what would you take?
And this is just completely broad. I can say anything?
Yes, but it's who or what. So it's not both. It's one or the other. So you can take duct tape, but you can't take, like, Jessica Simpson. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't get a person and an item. You just get a person or an item.
Jessica Simpson.
Yeah. So you get one or the other. Yeah.
So right now I'm stuck between
So wait, real quick, is a 30 rack of beer in one item or 30?
No, you get
items?
one. You get one 16-ounce beer. That's one item.
Oh, you only get one beer.
Yeah.
I was gonna be lenient and allow it, but okay. Intern Nick took the reins.
So if I only get one person or one item,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the gallon bottle of vodka from Kirkland or from Costco.
Okay.
Kirkland
All right.
brand vodka of gallon.
Okay.
Like,
mind
let's be
you,
honest-
you're not limited to price. So if you wanted to,
All right. Well, I don't know who else makes a gallon bottle of vodka, but any that makes a gallon bottle of vodka, the best one I can get, I'm taking.
Okay. Vodka.
Well, like
that's your choice.
Because look, it doesn't matter who or what I take. If I'm stranded on that island, I'm not getting off of it. So
Okay.
I
Well,
might
if
as
you
well
pick
just
the
have
right
some
person or
booze.
thing, then maybe you might.
But I'm not going to. I promise. So, so I might as well just have some booze, and at least I can enjoy my last, 48 to 72 hours on the planet.
I think you'd last longer than that. But okay, I'll take
I'm
that
not
answer.
convinced.
Intern Nick, go ahead.
I am dead stuck. I can't decide. I'm deciding between Natalie Portman on one hand, or like a military grade N1 Abrams tank. I can't.
Why do you need a tank though? There's nobody else on the island. So
You're on a stranded
why would I
island.
not
It's
want-
not going to help you swim.
and you can't drive it. Yeah, you can't drive a tank to
Okay,
the water.
before you
so
fucking freak
I think
out
I just
on me,
answered it for
before
you.
you freak out on me, let me explain. Like you said, if I'm on a private island, I'm probably not going to be making it off. And if I want any sort of vehicle on a fucking island, it's going to be a tank because I'm going to shoot the tank. I'm going to run over shit with the tank.
Wait,
But then it
Time
also
out.
could be Natalie Portman.
can I? Okay, wait. Can I just have an airplane?
Just fly.
Is
Yeah,
that, is,
I
wait,
was
is that an
gonna-
option?
I was gonna say a boat, but so yeah,
like
I
a
guess.
satellite
All right,
phone.
but
you
like,
just call
look,
and
if
say,
you're-
hey,
If you're gonna save yourself off an island, you know how much sicker it would be if you did it in a plane than a boat.
That's
Not that I
true.
could figure out
I'd
how
be
to fly
sicker
a
if
plane.
you were in a tank and you
But
got
if I
you
did
were-
figure out how to
if
fly a
you
plane,
were
it'd be sick.
intellectually able to make a makeshift like glider, maybe, then yeah, I would allow it.
I'm not at all, so never mind.
So you're
Okay.
telling me we can't bring a Boeing 787 on this island with us?
Probably not.
Okay, wait, but here's a better question. If you were stuck on an island and you only had a Boeing 787 that was fully functional, could you figure out how to fly it off the island?
Hey,
Absolutely.
you just put logs on the bottom of it and float it out to the middle of the water and get some air off a wave, maybe. Just, it's possible.
I don't think that's how it works. I honest to God, don't know that I could figure out how to get that thing off the ground without killing myself.
Okay, that concludes deep questions. What?
You're just taking a boat? That was your answer, a boat?
No, okay,
The
fucking
blandest
my
cornflake answer.
Well, my answer changed, but now that I didn't get to do pitch of the week, my answer is Lily James because she's fucking hot. She's a track star. She's an activist, and she can fucking sing, so she can fucking sing me to death. So that's my pitch of the week and deep question answer. Up next, we got listener questions, and we're only hitting on 2. So up next, listener questions.
Listen to me.
All right, welcome to listener questions. We got our first question comes from our sponsor, actually. How is U of M going to do this season?
Right off the bat, I'm out on this one. I'm so uninformed on Mich football. So
You're out on how they're going to do this season.
He knows he can't give a good answer.
I know less about this than apparently
Okay.
wide receivers in the NFL.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay out of
So
it.
apparently,
So they're going to go 9-3. They're going to lose to Wisconsin, Penn State, and Ohio State.
so the big game.
That's
They're going
a
to
given.
play in the Citrus Bowl, and they're going to lose to
You're
they're going
gonna
to
say
lose
Florida?
to Florida in the Citrus Bowl. They're going to finish 3rd in the Big Ten.
That's the most classic Michigan season that they're written in the last.
No, I know, and
25 years.
that's why I'm saying it's going to happen again.
Okay.
So 9-3, Citrus Bowl, lose to Florida, and then everybody's gonna be like, well, if McCaffrey plays better next year, they might win. They might win the national championship, and then we're gonna come back. So I think Dylan McCaffrey will start a quarterback this year, and then all of a sudden next year, just fucking Joe Milton will be the starter for no reason, and we'll continue the trend of not having an actual quarterback.
Wait, is Dylan
even
McCaffrey
longer.
starting this year for sure?
Yeah.
No, it's a competition between him and Joe Milton. McCaffrey is probably the leader in the clubhouse, but Joe
I
Milton's
kind
got
of
a chance.
I like Milton because his arm, dude.
He has an insane art talent. He's wildly inaccurate. So it's like, you're
I'll
going
take
for
accuracy over power any day of the week.
In
but
the
you're going for
NCAA
like a lot of big play potential with Joe Milton, but you're also looking at probably a lot more interceptions.
Also, McCaffrey has that scramble ability that Milton doesn't have. I'm gonna go 10-2. They're gonna compete for Big Ten championship, but it's not gonna happen.
Because they're gonna lose to Ohio State and Penn State.
Yep.
Right.
What is the most ridiculous Pete story? Real quick.
Oh, dude, I have a list of like 150, but like 149 of them I can't really say on air, just because the dude he just does so
Honestly,
much.
he just texted me and said,
Yeah.
"Of course." So
Okay.
you
All
can say whatever you want to say.
All right, so
at Pete. So
the one that I want to talk about, he's kind of notorious for like breaking other people's shit.
Yeah.
Not his own house.
Right.
So the one that my favorite one so far is when we were having some friends over, and Nick V's mom, and Pete thought it was a good idea to hop on and start straddling one of our friends on top of the couch.
He was drunk.
Yeah, I guess. But this is also something he would do sober. But
okay.
He started straddling this gentleman.
Yeah.
He started straddling the gentleman. He started bouncing up and down on the couch.
My favorite part of this is you're like recounting it like you're in a judicial like stance, like you're just trying to like say it like straight out.
He's in court.
Yeah.
Your Honor, he broke the couch. Your Honor, he broke the couch by dry humping another man because he was bouncing on it so hard. He ended up snapping one of the boards that supported the couch under it. Yeah.
He also in that same exact basement stepped on the printer and broke the printer. So
he broke the printer. He spilled a bunch of Coke on a laptop.
He broke the space heater. He broke the space heater.
Broke the space heater.
Also, Beetle, do you have one?
Oh man. So my probably favorite ever, and not because it's like that ridiculous or anything, but just like because it embodies everything that is Pete. So New Year's Eve, you guys lived at the Wyatt. I don't remember how many years ago it was.
No free ads.
No free ads, yeah.
Fuck the Wyatt. No, fuck.
No, facts. Yeah.
Hate that place.
And it was, probably half an hour to New Year's. And Pete decided that every 5 minutes he was going to stand up on a chair in the middle of this party, which is actually a pretty banging party, and just scream like 30 minutes or 25 minutes. What was the best party? So then we get to a minute before New Year's. Pete stands up on the chair and counts down from 60, but he gets to 1 like 15 seconds before it's actually midnight because he was counting too fast. And like I'm plastered, like standing like probably 10 feet away from him watching this happen. And I can also see the TV where like the ball's dropping or whatever.
Not paying attention to it.
And I'm like looking at Pete and I'm looking at the TV and I'm looking at Pete and I'm looking at the TV. And he gets to like 20 and the TV's still at like 30. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad. Like, this is not going to be good. And Pete's like, 1! And nobody says anything because the entire party is looking at the TV where the ball's dropping and there's still 15 seconds left. And then Pete's just like, and then with 5 seconds left, he goes, 5, 4, and then like everybody was like, Happy New Year. And Pete acted like he orchestrated the whole thing and he completely fucked it up. And I was like, there's nothing more classic out of Pete than just
that is fair.
Completely fucking something up and then acting like he orchestrated the whole thing. So
my favorite Pete story is he was quite inebriated at my house, and he was really hungry. And I told him I was not going to pay for fucking food, and he wasn't going to pay for fucking food or order it. So he Venmoed me $200 to make him fucking oatmeal.
No, it was cream of wheat soup.
It was cream of wheat. Yeah, it was cream of wheat.
That has been that was in my cabinet for literally probably 2 years. He paid me $200. I made it for him, obviously, because he paid.
He actually Venmoed him the $200.
He did. Yeah. He Venmoed me first, so I brought it down to him. I made it down for him, and he ate it, and he fucking loved it. But the next morning, he realized what he did, and he's like, "Can I get my $200 back?" I was like, "No, I can give you $190 back." Yep. And he was like, "Fair." So he paid $10 for a 2-year-old cream of wheat in my fucking cabinet. That is my favorite Pete's story.
Was that the same night he was eating the toilet paper off the roll?
Not the same night, but that is another fucking great story that he will probably have to
I forgot
tell
about
next
that
week.
one.
Yeah, we'll get into that next week.
Probably then the After Dark episode, which leads us
we'll get into
into our conclusion of this episode. So thank you for listening.
You made it. Congratulations. You made it
to possibly the best Morning Missile episode that has ever happened.
Okay, all right.
It was a little bit of a hike today. It was a little bit of a hike today, but you got there.
It was a hike.
It was like our parents said, uphill both ways in the snow, but you got to the end. So
congratulations. We weren't in a hot fucking room. Well, maybe intern Nick was because he's in the back room casting couch.
I also was, but I think it's just because I have early onset diabetes. So
I'm not. I'm in the basement. So
we'll start a GoFundMe for your medications and treatment.
So, anyways, congratulations. Thank you for listening. Of course, you can catch us at MMM Sportscast for any updates on any social media platform. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, literally any streaming platform. iHeartRadio is even an option. So congratulations on making it through. We're also on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button, baby. Like literally, it gives us
like down there. I'm pointing at it. I think
up or down. I don't know. You can find it. You're normal.
Down here, subscribe, like on this side, and then all the way.
No. It's the other way around. Subscribe's over here and likes over here, I think.
All right. Regardless, we're on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share with your friends. We love it. We love to see the support. Shoot us a review. Shoot us a message. Engage with us in listener questions. We love answering them. We love engaging in those questions and making a reason for you to listen to this. We miss Pete. We had a great episode without him. We're looking forward to our next episode, which is hopefully our After Dark episode when Pete comes back. Beetle will be in Ohio, but
well, I'll be back next week for the holiday. Maybe we do a special 4th of July episode or something.
That's a treat.
There we go. So we'll see what we can do about that. For now on, I'm ready to have a fucking great week. Happy 4th of July. And so fucking get lit. Anybody else?
Fucking get lit, guys.
Get lit, but drink responsibly this weekend.
Don't drink and drive.
Silly. That's Dad Beef signing off.
That's
See
right.
everybody.
Have a great week.
Bye, guys.